Why do we use earth-based materials such as granite and quartz? It's a really good question, and it comes from many years of experimentation. I think it's fascinating to note, even as we talk about technology, that the journey towards understanding why granite, why stone-based materials, starts with Val building his first speaker at 6 years of age, 6 years with his brother. And so when you start playing with lossy materials, as you find, such as the kind of kits that you would build back then, it starts to color your impression with how you design loudspeakers. And so as time went on and he became a teenager, he started working in the family business, working on monuments at churches, at homes and things like that with quality materials such as marble. He started thinking that this would make a better material with which to design an enclosure. As time evolved, it became clear that granite was the superior choice. In fact, nero assoluto, this black granite, this absolute black granite, turns out to be the ideal choice. Now, this material has been condensed, homogenized, compacted over millions of years in liquid hot magma, very close to the Earth's core, really in the mantle. And this process changes the crystal structure for all time. It makes it very, very dense. It makes for unique acoustic properties. And after many years of experimentation, it became clear that without developing new epoxies, without developing new damping materials, which was something that Valerio was able to do eventually, that granite turned out to be totally superior. Now, what happened over time is the epoxies that Valerio innovated and eventually settled on to create the enclosure to make the miter joints that you see behind me, 3 centimeters thick, in fact. He was able to learn from that process, and eventually quartz materials, Nardo gray and Thasos white, that you could find in some of your high-end design studios. Those could be manufactured in such a way, impregnated with this epoxy material, or I should say derivatives of what we learned from those compounds, to create enclosures that are essentially the same as a granite, 1% to 2% difference, but retain many of the virtues of having a material that was created in the earth, and that's quartzite.